there's some love in this house now. When you look at your love for God, you can measure it by your appetite for his word. Amen. I think this church is on the right track, Brother Randy. I think this church is on the right track. And the reason I think this church is on the right track, it's got some areas that need to be improved. Yes, sir. From the pulpit to the door. Yes, sir. Tell the person near you, and that's us. Tell the person near you, and that's us too. That's us too. But the reason I think this church is on the right track is because if there's one part of the week's activity where the people share in, it's when there is the sharing of the Word of God. Amen. We sing, we shout, we feed the hungry, we clothe the naked, we impact our community, we help in the schools, we help in the hospitals, on the campuses. There's a lot that your church does throughout the course of the year. We have a lot of good times. We have fellowship. We enjoy one another. We struggle together. We moan together. We rejoice together. But the greatest sign of a healthy church is a church that loves the Word of God. Because eventually everything else will pass away. The only thing that will cause your life to have quality and endurance is if it has been nourished with the Word of the Lord. Amen. I think I just love the Word of God. It doesn't mean you want the preacher to preach 2 hours, but you love the Word of God. I don't know, is it just me? Is it just me? Is it just me? I've heard these children sing ever since they were born. But I enjoy it when the children are singing like they believe the words of their tune. And I know this is the first comfortable Sunday weather-wise. For several weeks, we've had snow, we've had ice, but I don't even think you're here as attentive as you are now. Just because it's a fair weather day. I think you're here because you love to worship. You know it's the right thing. You're glad to be among your brothers and sisters. And you came to hear the word of the Lord. I love God, don't you? You love God? What's wrong with you? If you love God's word, that's a good sign. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Come on, I know I got you here with me today. Tell somebody near you, ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I love the word. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Genesis 47. They don't usually get to this part. Genesis 47 and verse 12. You got it? Amen. Joseph nourished his father and his brethren and all his father's household with bread according to their families. His whole family was on the brink of starvation. And Joseph was in Africa and had secured food in the midst of famine. And so, unexpectedly, his father and his family, his brothers, about 72 people, the Bible tells us, came down and they found bread according to their families. 13, and there was no bread in all the land. The famine was very sore in the land of Egypt, all the land of Canaan, fainted by reason of the famine. Joseph gathered all the money. Gathered all the what? Money. Joseph got what? Money. Got all the money that was found in the land of Egypt. All the money came to Joseph for the whole nation. Everything in Canaan, he got the money from the Canaanites. Yes, sir. For the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. They were so hungry, they were on the brink of starvation all over the nation, that the only place they could get any food was from the granary that Joseph supervised.
Yes, sir.
So they spent all the money they had to get food and famine, because when you're hungry, you can't eat the money. And they figured this out about their second belly ground. I got some money, but what I need is food. Well, the book says that when the money failed, verse 15, in the land of Egypt, in the land of Canaan, and all of the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us some bread. Why would we die in your presence? For our money is gone. And Joseph said, well, since you ran out of money, I got some food for you. Give me your livestock. Yes. So they gave him the cattle. Verse 17, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses and for flocks, for the cattle of the herds, for their, don't say it, for their what? Oxes. You can't say asses, you're not a bishop. For the oxes. And he fed them with bread for their cattle for their year. What good are cattle if the cattle starved? And when the year was ended, second year, they said, we will not hide it from our Lord. Our money is gone. We spent it all. Herd of cattle that is aught left in the sight of my Lord. We don't have any more cattle to give you. We don't have any more money to give you, but we can work for you. Yes. So we'll give you two things. It's all we have left: our bodies and our land. Yeah. Why should we die when your eyes will see us and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh. Give us seed that we may live and not die, for the land be not desolate. And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh. The Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed for them, so that the land became Pharaoh's. They found out that money has its limits. Yeah. They found out that no matter how much you have, money has its place, but money also has its limitations. Yeah. You want some, you like to have some, you probably would like to have a lot more than what you currently own. Yeah. But please be aware that money is essentially a tool. Yeah. That's what it is. It's a tool. You go to the library to get a book, but you can get a book without a library. You go to the hospital to get well, but you can get well without going to the hospital. I mean, you go to the stadium to be entertained, but you can't be entertained without watching a game. You go to the grocery store to get what? But you do know you can find food without going to the grocery store. There are ways to get what you need even when you don't have enough money. So the famine in the land was so great until they spent all of their land, all of their cattle, all of their horses, their own labor, and their money. And the only way they survived was by God giving Joseph what we call wisdom. I only have a few more seconds. We're going to come to the table, but you do know what is more valuable than money is wisdom. You do know that when your money is low, wisdom will compensate. And even when your money is low, wisdom will cause it to be sustained. Because what you really need is the source more than just the tool. Can y'all hear me? I mean, it's nice to have shoes on your feet. Don't your feet feel good? But you do know if you have to make it without shoes, what's important is your feet. What you really need more than medicine is health. Because you can have medicine. You're not praying with me. You're in trouble. I know that's trouble land. But you can have medicine, Sister Vienna, and still not get well. You can be cold in a house and still be warm. Do you know the temperature can be 100 degrees in your house and you can still catch a chill? Do you know you can have layers of warmth and still be shivering? You see, the house is a tool for heat, and the banks are a tool for the river, and the store is a tool for food, and the library is a tool for knowledge. But what you really need is wisdom. So you know what to do when you get to the library. You know what to buy when you get to the store. You'll know how to rest when your body is tired. You'll be able to get some strength when you are weak. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And in all of your getting, get what? Get an understanding. Maybe you'll just make a note of that for future reference, that as important as money is, it is only a tool, a needed tool, a necessary tool, a tool that we depend upon, but never put more confidence in the tool than the source. God has a way of showing us from time to time that even in a famine, what you really need is food. Ran out of money, but they found food. Henry Ford was one of the richest men in the United States when he invented the assembly line and the automobile commodity. But one time, Henry Ford was driving a brand new Ford, and he came to a river crossing that was flooded. And all he could do with all of his wealth and all of his money, Lord help me, all of his connections, all of his relationships, all of his influence, was just wait until finally the water went down. I hope that we will appreciate the power of money. But understand it is a powerful tool that does not equate the source that it is intended to accomplish. Say yes. I got you, Melissa. I want some more tools. Give me all the tools I can get. If money is a tool, then just let me fill my garage with all the tools I can. But just know that the mistake that many people make is they think that the medicine is what's most important. But what you really want is to be healed. What they really think, it's really important to be entertained. But you know what? Entertainment that may erode your contentment. Lord help me, Jesus. What you really want is relationships. But what good are relationships that are toxic? You want to understand that the tool is not the end itself. It is only a means to an end. Here's what they found as the crucial part of their crisis. If you look very carefully, you'll see the secret of their loss. Verse 19. Why should we die? Before your eyes, we and our land is going to be lost. buy us and our land for bread. Yes. And we and our land will be servants under Pharaoh. Next line is the crucial, overlooked ingredient. Give us seed. Everybody say seed. Seed. What's going to give us prolonged life is seed. That we may live and not die, and that the land be not desolate. Amen. Please, everybody say we need seed. We need seed. And look at what Joseph did. Look at what he did in verse 23. You got it? Yeah. Joseph said unto the people, behold, I bought you this day and your land for Pharaoh. Yep, I got you. I got your money. I got your property. I got your animals. I have your horses. I have your land. And now you work for me. But here is what? Seed for you. And you're going to plant your seed in this land. Somebody say, what I really need is seed. Say it. Let me finish this and receive it in your spirit. Just say, what I really need is seed. Now, watch what he told them with the seed. Verse 24. Now, you're going to get an increase. Verse 24. It's going to happen, not maybe, if you take this seed and plant it in the land, you will get a harvest. There's going to be an increase, and when it comes, take 20% of it and bring it back to the one who gave it to you. Don't keep it all. Don't spend it all. Don't eat it all. But remember, Pharaoh is the one that gave you this seed. And 4 parts, 80%, will be your own. And out of what's yours, keep part of the seed of what you harvested for your food and for your households and for food for your little ones. If you really want your family to be blessed, you've got to protect the seed. I'm not finished. What happens when you begin to see what God has blessed you with is a seed? And maybe that's why I'm somewhat obsessed with the song that the children sang today. You ain't seen. Whatever you have now is only a drop in the bucket. I know I'm not, but I know I'm not strong, but I'm sure telling the truth. Because your real increase is going to be related to what you do with the seed of your harvest. Thank you, Jesus. I know it's easy to spend what you have. I know it's easy to think I'm going to live for the moment. I know it's easy to think I'm going to get what I can. I know it's easy to say, if I can get the car, I'm going to get it. If I can get the dress, if I can get the shoes, if I can get the refrigerator, I felt so pleased to satisfy the first lady the other day. We've been married well over 3 decades. Been in several houses. Lived in Texas, lived in Virginia, lived in Johnson County, and now in Jackson. Anyway, Kansas City, Missouri County. And in all of those years, she never got a new refrigerator. Now, we always had one. Yes, sir, we always had one. But I always found a way to find a bargain on a second-hand refrigerator. For nearly 35 years, she's enjoyed a used refrigerator. It will wear out. She said, maybe we ought to get a new one. I said, I'll find one. So finally, by and by, holidays came through. She was so tactful and diplomatic and said, you know, I think maybe this is a good time for us to get a new refrigerator. Since this is about the 10th one that is worn out, maybe this is a good to get a new one. And she said, and I've already done the research. Oh, so I mean I don't have to do it? Nope. You have to do it. I've already checked the budget. So we don't have to have a budget meeting? Nope, we don't need a budget meeting. I've already checked the balance, already checked the warranty, already done the comparison. Who can find virtuous calculating black men? It was excruciating, it was painful. But through her powers of persuasion, finally, for the first time, a brand new refrigerator. Oh, but let me finish the testimony. I got ready to go pick it up as if she was suspicious that there might be a change at the store. She said, oh, no, you don't need to pick it up.
Hey, bring it on.
It will be delivered. Well, maybe I'm going to be here when they deliver. No, you don't need to be here when they deliver it. I'll arrange to be here. But when it got to the house, guess what she said? Only one problem. It's too big. I said, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Thrift store, here I come. He said, this is not the one I ordered. I want the one that I ordered. I want it to fit like it ought to fit. I want it to be like it ought to be. I don't just want any refrigerator. I want the right one at the right house. You know what that said to me? That means there's going to be a refund. But by the time they finished, they said, no, it won't be any refund. You're never going to get everything God has for you if you've got to use everything He gave you now. Man, you don't have to necessarily wait 30 years, but when God gives you some increase, some of that increase is the seed. If you just have enough food for today, that is a momentary blessing. But God's plan has never been just for today. If you hear me say, I hear you. God's plan is for the future. If you have a seed for today, you will not only eat today, but when you plant that seed, you can be prepared to eat for many days ahead. Thank you, Jesus. I wish I had one for you today. I wish I had a seed for everybody. See what a kernel of corn can become. See what an apple seed can become. To see what a cucumber seed can become. I'm with you. I'm way down ahead. I'm way ahead of you. You're thinking that's a long time to wait between seed time and harvest. And that's where often we lose God's plan for our abundance. It's because we only have enough vision for the moment. But that's why Egypt went into such great drought. Because they did not save for difficult days. And maybe I got to quit here by reminding you that the same God that can give you a harvest today can give you the wisdom to have harvest for days to come. Say yes. In other words, what they understood at this moment was we did have food, but now it's all gone. We did have cattle, but now the cattle is all gone. We did have land, but all of our land is gone. We did have our freedom, but now our bodies, the freedom is all gone. We did have money, But the money is what? Gone. What we really need is seed. And the same God that gave us the cattle, gave us the land, the same God that gave us our bodies and gave us our money, he's the same God that will sustain us through seed time. Say yes. Maybe that's about enough for today, but what the wisdom of this is that everything God does, get this, he does by season.
Amen.
God does everything in order. God does everything according to purpose.
Amen.
And God does everything according to season. I want a witness to say that again.
Say that again.
Whatever God does, I'm talking about the eternal God. I'm talking about the creator. I'm talking about the maker. I'm talking about the architect of the universe. I'm talking about the one that has an eye-to-eye vision on everything in the entire planetary system. Whatever God does, he does it in order. And he does it not only in order, but he does it with purpose. And he does it according to season. God didn't just throw the world together, but he made the seeds before he made the birds. He made the trees before he made the fish. He didn't just throw it together. What would happen if God had made the birds and the fish before he made the seeds and the trees? It would be foolish for there to be fish that had nowhere to swim and birds that had nowhere to nest. But God knew for the birds to survive, the trees would need to already be there. And for the fish, can y'all hear me? There had to already be waters for them to swim in. He didn't make man on the third day, but he waited to make man on the last day. He had it all done in order, and he did it according to purpose. The purpose for the sun is to give light. The purpose for the stars is to give signs. Purpose for the wind is to circulate the currents. Say yes. The purpose of man and woman is to bring God the greatest glory and the greatest praise. Every bone in your body is there for purpose. Every day of the week is there for purpose. I don't feel nobody up here. Everyone God puts in your life, if they are there by God's design, they're there for purpose. If there's a person in your life that has no purpose, then that's probably dead weight. If there are people in your life that may not be perfect, they may not be flawless, they may not always be understood, but you're going to need your sister. You're going to need your brother. You're going to need your son. You're going to need your daughter. Maybe not for the same purpose as your mother and your father, but no man lives to himself. No man dies to himself. God puts people in your life to fulfill purpose. Say yes. And God, I don't want to get so happy because I want to get to the table, but God will put you in somebody's life. God puts you in somebody's life because there is a divine purpose. Grandchildren need a grandmother. Y'all hear me? Nieces need an uncle and an aunt. Nephews need a superior ancestor. Say yes. Friends need another friend. If you're too hot, you need somebody to cool you down. If you're too cool, you need somebody to fire you up. If you're moving too slow, you need somebody to speed you. If you're going too fast, God has a purpose for slowing you down. Say yes. I guess I better leave you, but you even need some haters in your life. It's not all bad. You need some cloudy